Hello everyone, my name is Kanish Kaur, and in this short reflection, I'll talk about how different educational approaches, theories, and national frameworks help me understand children as an early childhood teacher. So, I'll focus on the ideas of Husserl, Reggio Emilia, Piaget, Vygotsky, and the Early Years Learning Framework version 2 and the National Quality Standard. So, I'll start with the introduction. Every child is unique and learns in their own way. As educators, we need to understand how children grow, think, and interact so we can support them properly. Different theories, approaches give us the knowledge to plan meaningful experiences and respond to children's needs. So, in this reflection, I'll explain one historical approach, one contemporary approach, two theories, and two frameworks, and show how they guide my future as an early childhood educator. Moving on to the next slide. First, I'll talk about historical approaches. Rousseau is known as one of the first educators to see childhood as a special time of natural growth. He believed that children are born good and curious and that education should follow their natural interest instead of strict rules. This helps me understand that children learn best through freedom and exploration, not under pressure. For example, when children explore nature or play with sand and water, they discover new ideas on their own. As an educator, my role is to guide and support, not control them. So Rousseau's way reminds me to trust children's natural curiosity and to give them time and space to learn at their own pace. Moving on to the next slide. In this slide, I'll be talking about Reggio Emilia approach, which is a contemporary approach. So this approach sees children as strong, creative, and full of potential. It focuses on relationships, collaboration, and the idea that the environment is the third teacher. This means learning spaces should be beautiful, inspiring, and filled with materials that invite exploration. Another key part of Reggio is documentation, using photos, drawings, etc. So this helps teachers and families to understand how children think and learn. So in my future teachings, I want to use these ideas to create a classroom that encourages curiosity so that children get a voice in their own learning. Moving on to the next slide. So this slide focuses on theories behind early childhood education. So I'll be focusing on Piaget and Vygotsky's theories. So Piaget, the theory of cognitive development, explains how children think differently at each stage of growth. He showed that children learn through hands-on experience by touching, building, and experimenting. This reminds me to use materials such as blocks, puzzles, so that children can discover through action. Vygotsky, on the other hand, focused on the social side of learning. He believed that children learn best through interaction and support from others. His idea of zone of proximal development shows that children can achieve more when guided by a teacher or a peer. In practice, this means our scaffold learning, asking open questions, offering hints, and working alongside children. Piaget helped me understand how children think, and Vygotsky helped me to see how the relationships help that thinking grow. So, this slide focuses on early years learning framework version 2 and the national quality standard. which are two really important frameworks that guide everything we do as early childhood educators. So the Early Years Learning Framework is a national guide for educators from the Department of Education. It promotes five learning outcomes: identity, connections, well-being, learning, and communication. It also includes the principles like high expectations, equity, and partnerships with families. The Early Years Learning Framework helped me to plan learning that supports the whole child physically, emotionally, and socially. Moving on to the National Quality Standard, the NQS sets the benchmark for the quality in learning early childhood education. So the quality area 1 focuses on the education program and practice, and the quality area 5 focuses on relationships with children. Both remind me that teaching must be intentional, reflective, and based on strong relationships. These frameworks help me stay professional, plan thoughtfully, and make sure every child learning is valued. Now it's the time for the conclusion of the talk. To bring it all together, each idea connects and supports the others. Rusev teaches me to trust children's natural learning, where Reggio Emilia encourages me to create creative, inspiring environments. George and Vygotsky shows me that learning is both active and social. The earliest learning frameworks and NQS give me the professional framework to apply all these ideas in real settings. Altogether, they will help me to see children as capable, curious, and confident learners who grow best in supportive and respectful environments. So, in conclusion, understanding children means looking at them as individuals with their own strengths and ways of learning. The approaches, theories, and frameworks I've discussed guide me to plan meaningful, play based learning and to reflect my practice as an educator. As a future early childhood teacher, I want to create a safe, caring, and creative space where children's ideas are respected and their curiosity is encouraged. Thank you.